From Lalate News headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Mornings Lalate.
It's a big morning of Mornings Lalate, direct from Santa Monica, California, with your fourth stimulus check update of 2021 and the breaking news out of South Africa as the new strain Omicron identified in South Africa, causing concerns to get this recon done sooner than later. All the latest breaking news about what's happening direct from South Africa on this breaking news morning's broadcast. But let's turn back to that incredible recon that pays you a lot of money that passed the House of Representatives just days ago. The incredible recon is now in the Senate, and the senators vow to add lots more checks on top of the recon that so far pays you at least $15,000. But in this recording, you're going to see how the recon may pay you upwards of $50,000 across all these incredible clusters of checks. We're going to go over how to get your bills paid today, not 5 weeks from now, not 5 months from now, but for today, under third stimulus, and then student loan debt forgiveness, the latest on that, and then this stimulus coming around the corner in January. Those details and more. But the big breaking news, as a new strain identified, all the latest breaking news about where it's located, what are the travel restrictions, and how this impacts your recon. All those breaking news on a big breaking morning news broadcast, live and direct from Santa Monica. This is Mornings Lalate with the latest news about what's happening, and it starts right now. Hey, good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a beautiful day. And here we go. That recon passed in the House of Representatives off to the Senate, and that Senate change will add a lot more checks to this incredible recon that so far pays you at least $15,000. I'm going to show you how to get these checks that may pay you upwards of $50,000. We'll be turning over to getting your bills paid today, and you see the viewers who got thousands of dollars this week. That's third stimulus, and it's available to pay your bills right today. Get that pen and paper ready. I have the details on that. Student loan debt forgiveness, $10,000 offer across the table. Will the Democrats take it? I have the latest details. Direct and live from Santa Monica, California, this morning. And then we go to the big money, 5.9% COLA raise, not enough. And that's why they want this stimulus coming right behind that as well. Those details, plus the breaking news out of South Africa, the response by Moderna minutes ago. I have all the breaking news. I'm going to be turning to that to the second. But first, we're going to start with fourth stimulus. And with that, subscribe. 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record. I want you part of this incredible family. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video, 3,000 likes, and consider becoming a member. Coming up next is noontime Lalate, live on this channel, now called Holidays Lalate, with a little bit of decor and a lot of fun. Then we have the 1 o'clock afternoons, the brand new afternoons show at 3 o'clock, and a brand new evenings Lalate at 5. So subscribe, like this video, and consider becoming a member. Let's go to first this incredible recon that passed the House of Representatives just days ago, and that incredible recon has lots of checks in there. We're going to start with those checks and what they amount to for you. Those recon checks in the fourth stimulus recon so far is about $15,000, but you're going to quickly see how it may be more than $15,000. It may be upwards of $50,000 to $60,000 of checks in the fourth stimulus recon. Let's go to the first cluster of checks, and here we go. Hazard pay got in there for my essential workers. And then the $4,000 of elder care, $4,000 of care for young children. They got the Pell Grant in there, $550 checks for those college students. They got in there the home repairs if you live in a low-income community, the CTC, child tax credit, which is upwards of $3,600. And then they got the $12,500 for the purchase price of your new electric car. Wow. The first add-on comes from the illustrious Maxine Waters here in Southern California. What is this provision that Maxine Waters got in there? It is incredible money, and it is for the purchase price of your first home. How much? She got in there $25,000. No, just a little bit less. I'll explain to you how to get this money for your first home purchase coming up in a second. Let's go to cluster number 2. They got in there home repairs and paid leave. Also, they got in there universal pre-kindergarten and they got the home household tax credit. But the house repairs in this case is weatherizing your home. You need to weatherize your home because you never know when there may be a natural disaster. Natural disaster includes when lobsters come knocking at your door asking for donations to Mitch McConnell's reelection campaign. So there you go. Let's go to the second add-on of checks, and it comes from the illustrious Bob Casey. Bob Casey, that senator from Pennsylvania, he got in there the money for home health care for seniors and people on disabilities. How much did he get in there? He wanted $250 billion. He got a little bit less. I'll explain to you how I get all this money coming up in a second, but let's go to the third cluster of checks. Here we go. Seniors and free internet. Wow, this is the cluster I call deliciousness. They got in there free skill meals for all. They got cheaper prescription medication, immigration reform. They got farmers. They got free internet. They also got in there the independent contractors and then the Medicare expansion. The Medicare expansion truly embodies what we're looking at the situation. Why? Because they got two provisions in there and vow to add three more on the Senate side. It mirrors exactly what we're talking about when we look at MSC. So far on Medicare expansion, they got in their hearing and the Medicaid gap states. The senators vowed to add three other provisions on top of that, and they are dental, vision, and also lowering the eligibility age of Medicare, which brings us to MSC, which stands for multiple IRS stimulus check. The legislators represent they have a lot of work to do on the Senate side and add stuff in there. And yesterday, if you missed it, live on air on Holidays LA, one viewer was in the live chat, and she said she picked up the phone and called Leader Schumer's office before Thanksgiving, spoke to a staffer, and the staffer said, yes, we are still putting in at least one stimulus check, and Bernie Sanders is the person doing it for the senators. Wow. This reconfirms what we have heard for months. Schumer office alone has told thousands of viewers, including Donnie's wife, and Lorraine in the last 30 days, that one or more stimulus checks would go in there on the Senate side. But we've been hearing the same thing from 6 senators since the month of May. It started with Chris Coons to WR, then continued with Brother Joshua, with Bernie Sanders, and continued across all those 6 senators over the last few weeks. The message from that viewer and that live show yesterday on Holidays LA was you need to advocate. You need to advocate, and she did. Who are the 6 senators you want to advocate to? They are the 2 C's. Casey Coons, call them up. Warren Wyden, call them up. And Sanders Schumer, call them up. First thing you want to do is get a staffer on the phone and say, I need it. I got to tell you why I need it. Don't use the words MSC because they may not know that terminology. Just say, I need a stimulus check. This is why I need it. Tell your situation, your family, your health, your medical, your business, your financial situation. Next best situation is a voicemail. Next best after that is a letter or an email. The least of it is a tweet. You want to get someone on the phone and speak to them because guess what? That's what they say. They want to hear from you. The number one legislator this entire recon, his chief of staff says, we want to hear from those viewers and keep on calling us up. And that message is very loud and clear. Viewers are continuing to advocate across the board. And the message is that you need to pick up the phone and call. The top legislator at Issue says they have received over 3 million calls of advocacy and continue to advocate across the board. You want to dedicate some time in your day and week to pick up the phone and advocate to all 6, but you want to also dedicate some time in your schedule to advocate for your wallet. That is third stimulus. There is big sums of money available to pay your bills today. You got bills to pay? I'm going to show you in this recording how to get them paid. And how much are viewers getting on paid average? An average of $45,000. You're going to see in this recording, viewers have gotten thousands, yes, thousands of dollars. One viewer, $10,000 in this week alone of their bills paid. That's coming up in the second half of this video. We'll be turning to student loan debt forgiveness, the $10,000 offer on the table. Can the Democrats take it? We'll be turning to fifth stimulus coming in January, raising your benefits up. But of course, we'll be looking at fourth stimulus, the passage of that recon in the House, now in the Senate. The Senate changes that are going on top of that. And those Senate changes, they'll add more checks. What are those additional checks? On top of a recon that may pay a lot more than $15,000. maybe paying upwards of $50,000 to $60,000. Get that pen and paper ready. I'm going to show you all these checks. Those details and more, plus the latest details of what's coming out of South Africa, the context of South Africa and its impact on your recon and the fast passage of it. It's coming up in the commercial after the commercial break. I'll be back with you in 60 seconds.
If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join Lalate Daily for the excitement of the new Lalate live daily. The excitement starts on Mornings Lalate at 9 a.m. Home Lalate returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons Lalate at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on Lalate.
And the excitement continues right now as Mornings LA heats up. Live and direct from Santa Monica, California, as that recon is now off to the Senate. And the Senate changes will add a lot more checks in that incredible recon that so far has somewhere between $15,000 to $60,000 of checks. Get that pen and paper ready. Also, I'm going to get your money right today. This is third stimulus. I'm going to show you how to get thousands of dollars of bills paid today. It's an educational video, so get that information ready. Get that pen and paper ready. I got all the details for you in the second half. Student loan debt forgiveness, $10,000 available. Will the Democrats take it? That COLA raise, the latest on that, plus the breaking news out of South Africa and the latest response from Moderna minutes ago. I have all those breaking details coming up. And this, my friends, is LA. So subscribe. 400,000 subscribers to YouTube record. I want you part of this family. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like this video and consider becoming a member. Coming up next is Holidays LA at 11 a.m. Then we got the 1 o'clock afternoon show, the 3 o'clock afternoon show, brand new, and a brand new 5 o'clock evenings LA show. And away we go. And here comes the breaking news at Mornings. The breaking news at Mornings is that the White House, world leaders across the globe are trying to quickly react to the news out of South Africa. The news is that new strain, previously referred to as B11529, now known as Omicron, identified as a variant of concern. Breaking news this morning is Moderna is moving quickly. Moderna, in a statement today, says that as seen in the Delta variant, the mutations seen in the Delta variant are believed to increase transmissibility, and mutations seen in Beta and Delta variants are believed to promote immune escape. There are combinations of mutations representing a significant potential risk to accelerate the waning of natural vaccine-induced immunity. So what are they doing right now? For several days, we at Moderna have been moving as fast as possible to execute on our strategy to address this variant, says Moderna's CEO, Stefan Marcel, in a news release this morning. At the moment, there is no indication that the variant is in the United States, which originated from South Africa, says Dr. Anthony Fauci minutes ago. This strain has been identified in South Africa. It has been identified in Hong Kong, and the number of cases in Hong Kong are in dispute, somewhere between 1 to 2, but 12 people are currently under a lockdown because an isolation in a hotel in Hong Kong. It has also been identified in Belgium. Quickly, upon the news Several countries reacted with travel restrictions. Those travel restrictions differed from country to country. Canada, the UK, and also the European Union were first. The United States has issued 7 restricted countries, blocking travel from South Africa, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Namibia, Lesotho, Eswatini, Mozambique, and Malawi. At the moment, again, the virus is not identified in U.S. soils. Number 2, we do not know if the current vaccines or boosters are sufficient to battle against the current version, and we will not know for at least 30 days. But Moderna is looking at options to use the current booster or another version of booster, or what they call a Omicron specific booster. And there you go as we go into a morning's broadcast. What is the impact on you? 2 impacts. 1, financial, because travel and leisure will be hit dramatically. Also, world economies and growth numbers will be impacted as the strain impacts economic growth. Wall Street crashing over 1,000 points yesterday. Also, it's causing the White House and congressional leaders to say, let's get this recon done ASAP in the Senate. And that Senate push comes after the House passed that recon just days ago. The Senate changes are coming very quickly, and those recon provisions so far pay you a lot of money. So get that pen and paper ready when you go over the first provisions of this recon. And it is paid leave, and you qualify for it, and you benefit from it. Let's go over the details of this paid leave starting right now. How much is this? $1,700 a week if you make $70,000 or more per year. $800 a week if you make $35,000 or more per year. $400 a week if you make $15,000 or more per year. How many weeks? Up to 4 weeks per year. Yeah, that's a lot of money. $5,000 to $6,000 on the high end. Now, you qualify even if you don't work, if you live with someone who takes care of you. Case in point, seniors who are retired that live with their son or daughter who take off from work to take you to the doctor once a week, example, they will get the son or daughter the check for taking you to the doctor, taking off from work. It's incredible. The next wonderful provision of this recon is $72,500 of state and local taxes will be deductible on that federal tax return. This is SALT, raising it from the current $10,000 level. They got in there $40 billion of free job training because millions of Americans want to get new jobs that are higher paying, and lots of seniors want to go back in the workforce part-time because the jobs pay so much. Those seniors will be able to, under fifth stimulus coming up in a second. They got in there the Medicaid gap fix. 12 Republican-led states refused to pay for Obamacare, and now the recon solves the problem. It'll provide years of subsidized private insurance to low-income uninsured people in those countries, in those states. And then we go to the best provisions require a recon, which is $150 billion of home health care. Wow. Of housing. Wow. Those provisions are scattered across 6 items. The first 3 look familiar because they were under third stimulus. They are rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, and new is the weatherizing your home, the home repairs, and also the first-time home purchase. So get that pen and paper ready. We're going to go over all that big sums of money right now, and I'm going to go over first what it is. We're going to go over the money you can get right today to pay your bills. It's called third stimulus. It's already law, and it's rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, food, clothing, and more. You qualify. We're going to start with some inspiration stories. And those inspiration stories, in some cases, are less than 24 hours ago. And here you go. Mary Lou reports yesterday that she wants to say, thank you so much, Lalate. I just got 3 months of paid rent at $900 a month, plus utilities, plus water. I appreciate you so much. You are the best. Thank you, Mary Lou. I like her story for 3 reasons. 1, she got $900 a month rent. Yes, it pays big money as a rent. Number 2, she got 3 items. That's how you do it. And she did it in just a few days. Morel got 6 more months of rent. Previous got 4 months of rent and may get 2 more months of rent. I love this. You know why? Because Morel is listening to get multiple rounds of those items. Go get some utilities and food as well. Jay Grant, love it. He got $5,000 of rent for him and his wife and some utilities. I speak for all of us. We love you dearly, Lalate. Love you too, Jay Grant. So get some other items like utilities as well, Jay Grant. Scarpia got Snap. Congratulations, Scarpia. Melissa Justice got nearly $10,000 this week. She got it from 3 items, and she got it for rent and utilities and also another utilities. Larica got free wood to 2022. A lot of people love this story, especially Terry Rose, longtime viewer. Larica's home runs on wood, so she got wood provided to her totally free to December 2022. She's a big advocate for your MSC, and she's always calling up Bob Casey. Chris gives us an incredible story. He got $10,000 for rent and utilities from this channel several months ago. He listened to this recording this week, went back, and got another $5,000 for rent and utilities. He says, I appreciate your help. I would have never known about this in the process until I started following you and listening to you and interacting with other viewers. And Sophia got utilities and other items. So let's turn to you. You qualify. Single, married, adult, young, disabled, or on benefits, not on benefits, behind on bills, not behind on bills, children, not children, red states, blue states, you qualify. And we're going to start first with the rent. The numbers for rent have gone up a lot. They were $20,000 to $30,000 about 3 months ago. Now they're upwards of $40,000. Let's look at the graphic and see how much they have gone up in such a quick period of time. And where you get that money for rent, it's all detailed in the newsletter, which comes out Monday through Friday. Here are the numbers for rent. And wow, this was 3 months ago. It is now upwards of $40,000. So where do you get that rent? 6 places. City Hall, City House Authority. County Hall, County House Authority. State Hall, State House Authority. Keywords you say are rent assistance because it's COVID. Mortgage and utility assistance because of COVID. Here are the musts. Number 1, you must reach out to all 6. Number 2, you must apply everywhere. Put applications everywhere. And number 3, you must get multiple rounds. So if you got a round in the spring, get another round today. If you got a round yesterday, get another round from another organization today. Utilities. Wow. Incredible. Utilities have gone from $5,000 to now $15,000 from utilities. It's incredible. Get all your utility companies. So if you've got one, get the other 4 or 5 that you have. And the utilities have gone up to $15,000 for Mark's brother-in-law, Snap. Get that Snap right today. And that Snap is absolutely incredible. And it is upwards of $25,000 for Mark's brother-in-law per year. Wow. His family will be getting $250,000 from my recordings over the next 10 years. Snap is money for food. If you got a third stimulus check, you should get Snap. You get it from Department of Agriculture. Pick up the phone and call. And yes, it is absolutely wonderful. Next, get combo items. This started with Nisi and Art Sullivan, who initially got 3. And then I told other viewers, get 3. Now viewers are getting 5 or 6 items. Here was Mark. He had 2 items, $32,000. I said to Mark, get the 3rd item. He did. Went to $50,000. He's gotten more items since then. He's at $100,000. Lorraine, she was at 105. She's gotten more items. She's now at 120. Which brings us to Johnny. Johnny started this channel a few weeks ago with 0. By the middle of the week, he and 2 other people each had $45,000 from 3 programs. Pretty good. 3 programs, 3 days, $45,000. Very good from just watching his videos. But Johnny heard me. He heard do not stop. He did it. By the weekend, he had 7 programs approved. 7 programs approved means that in 5 days, Johnny must have called 15 phone calls because you're not going to get 100% yeses. You're going to get some nos. So he called about 15 places in 5 days. That's what you want to do. And how much money did Johnny get in 5 days? $80,000 from this channel. Very, very typical. You can do this as well. Second part of Johnny's story I really like. What happened? He turned to his family members and said, I just got $80,000 last week. They said, where? He said, from that guy on YouTube, Lalate. They said, I know about him. Yes. What'd you get this from? He said, 3rd stimulus. They said, Johnny, there's no money in 3rd stimulus except a $1,400 stimulus check. I haven't heard about this on broadcast media. He said, they don't cover it. He does. Let me show you how to do it. And he did. And by the end of the week, each of them had $50,000. Where is the landscape right now? The landscape right now is this channel is the number 3 financial news channel in America. The number 1 covers stocks. The number 2 covers the economics and the economy. And the number 3 is this channel, which covers geopolitical news. What's interesting is that I don't cover on this channel options or futures stock trading. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist, just means I don't cover it. If you tune into the number 1 channel, they don't cover Bob Casey or Liz Warren or Maxine Waters' provisions. They don't cover this. They don't cover what Bernie says or Chuck says about an MSC. They don't cover it. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist. They just don't cover it. And that's why you found your home here. Let's turn back into that 4th stimulus where we left off at housing. The 3 new provisions of housing that are in this recon are, first, the provision for home repairs, low-income community homes. Number 2, weatherize your home, which is all types of homes like window, glass, roof. And then the first-time home purchases. When you go to buy a home during the escrow period, federal government will give money on your name to the seller. Wow, very, very exciting. Now let's go back into that recon and look at the other provisions that pay you money. There is the incredible $150 billion for home health care for seniors and people on disabilities. $550 checks for the Pell Grant college student recipient. Then, one of the provisions that a lot of us are talking about, $12,500 for the purchase of an electric vehicle. Let's step back a minute. If it was a year ago and you went into a dealership, saw a car, electric, I want to buy it. You look at it and it says minus $7,500 federal rebates. That means you have to pay the full purchase price, file a tax return, request the refund, and get a refund from IRS of $7,500. Reportedly not the case in the case of 4 stimulus recon. Here, you go in the dealership, you look at the sticker, $30,000 for example, minus $12,500 means at the time of purchase, you don't pay $30,000. The federal government gives $12,500 checks to the seller, and you pay the amount minus that. Wow, incredible. Now, the provision needs to be modified, in my opinion. Why? Because there's a problem. The problem is it says U.S. made, Ford, for example, U.S. labor, Ford labor, unionized labor, electric car. Okay, the Ford Mustang Mach-E, so far all qualifying, and must be made on U.S. soil. Hold up, doesn't qualify. That car is made in Mexico by our workers. And it's much the case with many of the U.S. labor cars are made in Mexico and Canada. I don't think you can do this. One, it violates trade policies. It says you cannot discourage the purchase of one car. Meaning we encourage you to buy the Cadillac Lyriq in Tennessee versus the Mustang in Mexico. You can't do that. Number 2, there's not enough cars that even qualify for this provision. 3 cars? Why do we have a law for 3 cars? So I think the president's going to have to modify the language. $65 per child nutrition got in there. And then we get to the best provisions of the entire recon, cheaper medication. It'll start on day 1 with 20 of the most expensive medications slashed. Medicare Part B, Medicare Part D, cancer, arthritis, diabetes, insulin doses from $1,000 going down to $35 right out the door. It's incredible. And then by year 2028, it will grow to 30 medications. They cannot increase more than the rate of inflation per year. And that is in the recon. Also in the recon is if they do increase faster, there's a penalty provision. Hold up. Penalty provision? You can't do that, says the GOP Senator Pat Toomey, and I got to agree with him. Penalty provisions cannot go by recon. And I believe the Senate parliamentarian will be taking it out this coming week. She's also looking at other provisions. Immigration reform, it's going to come out. She previously ruled it cannot stay in there. Paid leave, don't know about that one. It's a battleground as well. So get that pen and paper ready. But first, what's going on with the additional provisions? So look at this graphic. And this graphic says 15,000. We've already went over the provisions that are repeated from third stimulus of 45,000. So those items are coming back under fourth stimulus. So 45 plus 15, well, we're already at 55,000. And then we got the car. Then we're at 65,000. We have a lot more than just $15,000 of checks already in this recon. But the senators vowed to add other checks on top of that. And ironically, the same legislators who say they want to give an MSC are the same senators who say we have major gaps at issue we have to fill up. Casey Coons Sanders, Schumer, Warren, Wyden are among those who said it's the best bill since the 1960s, but there's major gaps and we got to fill them up. And those major gaps would bring more checks. So get that pen and paper ready. Time to look at some more checks. This incredible recon. And we're going to start with pre-kindergarten, 3 to 4 year olds, 1 year front end check. Childcare back end check, 1 year. Enhanced child tax credit, 1 year front end check, either $3,600 or $3,000, depends on the age of the child, 17 or younger, low income family. Home health care, covered benefit, earned income tax credit, essential worker, hazard pay, back end check, 1 year. And then they got the hearing aid, got it in there, and the home health care covered benefit. We went over the housing, we went over the Pell Grant, we went over the food. So what else would the senators add in there? Well, Bernie, in addition to adding in an MSC, represents he wants to add in 3 provisions, and they are: 1, lowering the Medicare eligibility age; 2, dental; and 3, vision. Lowering the Medicare eligibility age, what is he looking at? It's currently 65. Bernie wants it 55. Bob Casey wants it 60. I think they can do 60. Number 2, Bernie wants full dental coverage. He wanted 10 years of it. I don't think he can do 10 years of it. Then he wanted to do 3 years. I think that works. The last offer was dental checks in the mail each year of $850. I don't think that cuts it. Doesn't cover most procedures. Bernie doesn't like it either. Vision. Bernie wants an eye exam and a pair of frames per year. Pretty simple, $150 out the door. Get it done once per year for my seniors across the board. We'll be looking at frame wars after this weekend, but let's now turn to the executive order of student loan debt forgiveness. $10,000 offer. The Democrats should take it. The president previously forgave student loan debts for individuals who became disabled. People went to work in the nonprofit sector, and people went to work in the public sector. The $10,000 offer is on top of that. Democrats should take it and come back and ask for more money next year. This stimulus heating up. I saw during the commercial breaks, viewers were saying, I haven't gotten my SSI letter. Do not worry. You don't have to receive the letter to get the COLA raise. It's automatic. Everyone's benefits are going up 5.9% starting January 1. This is you, whether you get the letter or not. SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, or veterans benefits. The raise up, however, is not enough. That's why they want to do this stimulus. This stimulus will first raise your benefits up to get you caught up, then apply a new benchmark every December starting next year of inflation, which is going to be 2 to 3%. That means you'll get 3 lifts in 1 year. They're going to remove the asset cap, remove the income cap, which allows you to go back to work and still stay on benefits, and remove the marriage penalty. And love is going to win, and you'll be able to do a pair dance and get married like Rob and Sandy at their wedding. And there you go. That's for stimulus. Meantime, if you haven't become a member, what are you doing? The membership link is under this video. Become a member today to get the incredible newsletter, which comes out Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That newsletter features the big money under first, second, and third stimulus. When I go over third stimulus, I make it very clear you must do it exactly this way. And if you digress from exactly this way, it may likely not work for you. Members who get that newsletter really follow it to a T because it features the 6 places you must reach out to, the 5 nonprofits, the keywords you must say. It also features the Treasury statement about that rent you need to read before calling and getting that money. Consider becoming a member today to get the incredible newsletter delivered by YouTube, alert system, and the Lalate alert system, which is also free. It's also under the description. And with that, we go into the excitement of what's happening up later today. Well, if you missed it yesterday, the excitement erupted when one of the show's viewers was in the live chat on Holidays LA and said she had picked up the phone, called Chuck Schumer's office, spoke to the staffer, and the staffer said yes, Schumer is still putting in at least 1 stimulus check, if not more, and it's going to be done by Bernie on behalf of Schumer. It's incredible, but her message was to advocate. It was in Holidays LA, and if you've not watched the show, wow. Yesterday's show was the most watched episode of any show on this channel of any nature in nearly a month. The show starts with the latest update on this. And then the second half of the show is about holiday decor, holiday spirit, holiday decorating. And new for the 2021 season, in its second season on this channel, Holidays LA features live interactivity between me and you in the second half. It's live Monday through Friday on this channel and returns today in an encore ensemble at 11 a.m. Here again is Holidays Lalate. Let's take a preview. And there you go. Well, that was Holidays LA, and it returns today at 11 a.m. Look forward to seeing you in that show. Meantime, the anticipation, the excitement, the drama, the intrigue. Yes, three of the biggest divas in the world brought into one show. Oh my goodness, it's like Divas Live. Instead, it's Calcino Live. Calcino's coming to this channel in a few weeks. The new anticipated show featuring Javita Late, Blaine 66, and starring Sir Lloyd. I'll make sporadic appearances throughout the show. And Calcino will be a live, humor-only broadcast. A limited engagement run for the holiday season, humor-only, live on air. And I ran into Sir Lloyd last night. What did I do last night? And this is where I'm actually going into serious remarks. This is not a joke. What did I do last night? I went into the meta universe. I mean, I've not visited. I like to travel. I've not gone to the meta universe until last night. So I told Yaya this. I said, I want to go in the meta universe. So I did. It was nice. What did I do? There was a couple parties last night in the meta universe. If you want to find the parties tonight in the meta universe, you can. Go to Decentraland and they list the parties. There was an art showing. I didn't really like the art, but maybe I had my coordinates wrong. Maybe I was in the wrong town. But it was very nice. I dropped in the Meta Universe. There was an art showing. Then there was a DJ having a party. I couldn't find it. I think I was in the wrong neighborhood. I had to figure out how to get around. There's no Uber or Lyft in the Meta Universe that I could find, so you have to run everywhere. And I was a little tired of running all night long in the Meta Universe. But it was interesting. I was in the Meta Universe. There was a building for sale. There's a lot of real estate available. And there are new parties today. Some of the parties tonight are about art and music. And at that point, I ran into Sir Lloyd. What was Sir Lloyd looking for? He was looking for some real estate to put up a Calcino in the meta universe. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Sir Lloyd is looking to put a Calcino in the meta universe, so you can go to the Calcino in the meta and interact with the Purple Power nightly. He just thinks ahead of time. He just thinks ahead of time. I don't know if it's going to be Calcoin. Meta universe, at least on Decentraland, is token in unspecific, so you can use Decentraland. You don't have to use you can use Decentraland or Ethereum or Bitcoin. But yeah, if you've not gone into the meta universe, then treat yourself. Totally free. Totally free, totally peculiar. So if you do run into me in the meta universe tonight, do not tiptoe around because I can see you on the map. If someone like Crayola wants to tiptoe in, there's no tiptoeing in the meta universe because I can see you on the map next to me, and and you can't take an Uber or Lyft anywhere. You got to run everywhere, which is very exhausting. So we will see what happens in the meta universe. If you do run into me tonight in the meta universe, I think I'll be in there tonight again. There's a couple great parties. At least they promote themselves as being great. Say hello to me, and I have to get my look right because my representation of myself in the meta does not look as good as Zuckerberg and his look. But I'm trying. I tried. Meantime, if you have not seen the debut trailer of Calcino, oh boy, get ready for it. And here again is Calcino coming to this channel in just a few days. And that is Calcino. Join me tonight in the meta universe. But for now, join me on holidays, Lalate, at 11 a.m. coming up next. And with that, subscribe. 400,000 subscribers at YouTube. Recognize what you're part of the incredible family. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video, 2,000-3,000 likes. And consider becoming a member. New shows today coming up later today on afternoons and evenings. A big afternoon show at 1 o'clock as well. Have a beautiful day. See you in the meta universe. See you on holidays, LA. Bring your home decor ideas and send me a DM about your success stories for rent and utilities. I'll feature them later. Stay informed, stay focused, and stay with LA for more.